Hi everyone, it's Mary Blocker from Mary's Stampin' Cafe, and welcome. If this is your first time with me, welcome. So glad that you might have some fellowship with me and everyone else who loves Stampin' Up's wonderful products. I'm here today to share with you part of the Sale-A-Bration that has just begun, August 3rd to September 30th of this month. Kicking off, it's so exciting, and I am so inspired today. I am absolutely in love with the Summer Shadow dies. This beautiful die set is free with a $100 order, and if you're watching this before August 8th, I have a mystery hostess opportunity going on with that hostess code right there. Go on to my stamping store and purchase a minimum $25 order before shipping and tax, and you'll be in for mystery hostess. For every $25 you spend, you get an entry. So it's wonderful, and you would get all of the hostess benefits, but it's just a few more days. Anyway, one thing that's spectacular about this Summer Shadow dies is the Shaded Summer Stamp Set. This is found in the annual catalog, and it is just beautiful. What I really like about this stamp set, I love the fonts of the sentiments. One of the things I really like is when Stampin' Up! Mixes and matches the text fonts with the cursive fonts. I just think it's beautiful and adds so much to your projects. One of the other things that I really like about this is that it is a rubber mounted stamp set, which means I can bring in my wonderful Stampin' Right markers and color the different parts of the flowers and the leaves so I can get multiple colors in one shot. Now let's take a look at these Summer Shadow dies. Here they are. As you can see, 3 of these dies actually coordinate with the stamp set, the Shaded Summer Stamp Set. This flower image gets die cut. This image is die cut here. And then this little piece here is this sprig right here. So 3 of those images that are in the stamp set. And then the rest of these dies are just builder dies. They're just fantastic. Let me show you a little bit of what they look like. Sorry, they are a mess. I've been using them. And so, oops, that one goes here. What's really great about these is that they are kind of that idea of a layering. Which way does that one go? Anyway, probably has to go this way or something. But here are all our dies. Just want you to see them. So fun. And I'm so inspired by these. I love when they actually die cut out the images, but then you have these different builders which make things so much fun. So let's take a look at what we're going to create today, because I am so thrilled with this. Now, Sale-A-Bration usually is just one time a year, but Stampin' Up! Decided to go ahead and do 2 different times of year for the Sale-A-Bration, which is totally great. Let me show you the Stitch So Sweetly dies. This is one of the fantastic die sets that I absolutely love. It is so versatile. There's so much that you can do with it. I just wanted to share this with you because I'm going to have another video on Sunday, which you're not going to want to miss, utilizing the different parts and pieces of this die set. All right, let's take a look at what we have today. I've already gone ahead and done all of the die cutting and embossing for this project so that we wouldn't have to spend so much time with me just cutting things out. I am so in love with this embossing folder. This is called the Pretty Flowers embossing folder, and take a look at that. I did that through the embossing folder with vellum. Now this side is an interesting one too. It makes it much more matte, and the flowers are actually debossed, but it gives an interesting, more white hue to it than on this side. But that is just stunning, isn't it? All right. Well, my card is cut at 4¼ by 11, and I folded it at 5½ today. It's going to open up this way, just something a little different. I'm going ahead and going to use my Stamp and Seal on the back of this. I'm not going to worry about my Stamp and Seal showing through on the vellum because the pretty flowers have done so much embossing on the vellum. This really is not going to show through. Don't have to worry about that. And I put most of my adhesive where things are going to be covered. Now here I have a piece of the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. And I cut this at 2¼ or 2½ by 4½. And right here I'm just going to go ahead and make a little banner end for this card. Real easy, go right up the center and then corners meet the center. And that's it. You've got a perfect little banner. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down as well. This card just kind of came to me. I love our new in colors, the 21 to 23 in colors. The polished pink here is so pretty, and our fresh freesia and soft succulent and pale papaya, they just go so well together. So what I did is I took the little delicate outliney dies and I die cut those all out in vellum. And those are going to lay atop their coordinating structure. Okay, so we want to talk about adhesive on this. I am going to use my Stamp and Seal, but a tool that I'm going to grab here is my silicone mat, because the silicone mat is going to help with your adhesive stay off your mat and only get on those things you want it to be on. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Stamp and Seal, get it going here. And I don't need lots of adhesive, but I do want it to be down. So I'll go ahead and I'll pick that up now. Gets a little tacky in places. Now what I want to do is I need to take a look at how my flower is laying, and I already see where this lines up. I already got that down. There we go. You can see a little bit about how the petals have points on them or go in or out. There we are. So there's my vellum over top my beautiful polished pink. What happens when your glue gets on the mat? All you do is roll it up like that and off it goes. It is a great, great tool. You're embossing. This silicone mat can be used for the soft pastels, when wanting to shave some color onto just I'll lay that down, right down, line those things up, and there we go. That's now adhered down. You might see a little adhesive shininess, and that's okay. I can take a little, like we used to have Embossing Buddy. Stampin' Up! Used to have that. Or you can take a little bit of a little talc or something just to get that additional little sticky off. Not a problem. And then I'll go ahead and just set that aside. Easy peasy, right? And now I don't have any of that glue all tacking on my mat. It's perfect. Now I'm going to talk about the inside of the card right now. I'm going to be stamping on the inside of the card a thank you. A little stuff on my mat here. I'm going to stamp thank you right in the center. There we are. And then I'm going to bring my flower in, because I told you, remember, that I can color on the rubber part, and I just want to have a little bit of the flower. So I've decided I'm going to color this small flower right here, polished pink, and then I'm going to use my soft succulent Stampin' Write marker to do just a little bit of the stem thing, a little bit. So here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my Stampin' Write marker. I don't have to worry about coloring so beautifully or anything like that. If I get a little bit of the pink on a stem or a leaf, it's not a problem because my soft succulent will go ahead and just pull that color right off and cover it with the soft succulent. So there we go. I love using my Stampin' Write markers this way. And we'll do just a little stem on it. See how that looks. I might even come up and get this. I don't know if you can see that. Get this here like so, and even get this. I don't want any other flowers. We'll see how this goes. All right, so now after you do that with your Stampin' Write markers, they are water-based, so they will dry a little bit. I want to try to get some a little better right here. There. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to huff that hot air. Re-wets that ink, and so then I'll press down, placing it where I want to place it. And look at there. I have a beautiful little flowering and leaf thing there. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Oh, I love, 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 love my Stampin' Write markers. Now, if you wanted to try to use your Stampin' Blends on there, it would not work at all. The alcohol base dries so quickly, and then it doesn't come off when you stamp. So you won't want to try to do that. So the only thing left here to do is to do some arranging of my flowers and then a sentiment for the front. And I have some great bling that I'm going to be using. So for this flower, I'm just going to use a little of my liquid glue. And I think I'm going to put that right about there. Then I'm going to take one of my leaves, put my bit of glue on each of the petals there of the leaf, and it's going to slip right down underneath this guy. And I only glued down the center, so he should be able to slip right in there, like so. And then I'm going to hold it down for a minute for my liquid glue to hold. There we are. I'm going to bring another one. And this one is going to slip right under here. Just like that. Ah, cute. Now, I have some fun to do. I'm going to take and put a little bit of glue on the back. I think I only need 3 of my fresh freesia. And again, I'm just going to do a little circle of my liquid glue. I don't need much. Really don't. Liquid glue is very strong, but I do see one little thing right here. Does not want to seem to pop out of there, so I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool and pop that right out. And let's see, I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to take my other pale papaya and bring it on the opposite side. Like that. Now let's start putting in our fresh freesias. I'll have another freesia right here. And a freesia right over. Pop this one right under here, I think. Oop. Kind of like that. And another one right over here. There we are. That's looking pretty nice. Now I have these cute little guys right here. And I'm just going to put another additional little bit of greenery. I'm going to slip a little greenery in between these two little flowers like that. Just building up, right? So it's like a really pretty little bouquet. And I'll go ahead and put another one right in here, kind of covering those a bit. Just like that. I mean, isn't that just stunning? Just those little building pieces. Now, I have the Pastel Pearls. This card calls for some embellishments because we have the little holes in these flowers. Grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I decided that I'm going to have this pretty light pale pink in the center of this one here. Now, I'm also going to pull in our wonderful basic pearls, and we are going to start filling in our holes. I have one, just do a whole bunch of these. So while I'm doing these with the pearls, I would love it if you're enjoying what you're seeing to press that like. It would be fantastic. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe and click that bell especially. That way you'll be notified when I upload any videos. And I love to share techniques and spotlights on stamping. And I oftentimes do little giveaways, are so much fun. For example, the Mystery Hostess here is like a giveaway, obviously. I just did my big open house for the July to December mini. It was really fun. We had make and takes and door prizes. It was a lot of fun. There's so many great products in the mini. You can see now all of the products at Stampin' Up. 2 days now, the products have become available to customers. So much fun. And Sale-A-Bration, oh my gosh. There are beautiful designer series papers, fantastic stamp sets, and dies, like the dies I just shared with you and that I'm sharing with you. I'm going to move that leaf so I can get that last one in there. Wow, isn't that just stunning? I am so inspired by this. It is just beautiful. I have a strip of white here that I am going to be putting straight across just like this of the card. And that's where I'm going to be stamping my sentiment that says, "May the good you do come back to you." Yes. It's a beautiful sentiment. And I love how Stampin' Up! Does the switching of the fonts. It's just beautiful. Just with my Stampin' Seal, I just need, oh, and that happens to be the perfect width too. I didn't know that was going to happen. I would like that to get right up under the leaf. So it looks like it's part of the, so then this leaf needs to come up too. Come on, little leaf, don't rip on me. There we go. Oh, that is so pretty. And I'm going to bring just one more of the Pastel Pearls right to the end right here. I think that just kind of ties it all together by adding that last one there. So there it is. May the good you do come back to you. And when you open it up, thank you. And I love using my Stampin' Right markers to color just part of that. So yay, I love that one. I have another one that I did a little earlier today. Let's take a look and compare. They look very much the same. Don't look too different at all. They're just beautiful, aren't they? They're just stunning. And remember my tip when you're using your adhesives, use your silicone mat. That helps keep that all off your mats. Once again, you guys, I want to thank you for being with me, Mary's Stampin' Cafe. If it's before August 8th, check out getting into the Mystery Hostess drawings with that hostess code. And again, guys, give me a thumbs up. Share if you would. I would love to see you as part of my stamping community, so hit that subscribe and bell, please. And until we meet again next time, guys, happy stampin'.